Jessica, are they kicking you out? Oh no. Where are you gonna go next? Right here? Hey, how's it going, man? I'm 6'7" Kevin. Nice to meet you. How's it been like since I've heard they're cleaning out people from the sidewalks, things like that? How's that going?
One day at a time. It's like knocking birds off a line is what it is, brother.
And you knock one off, they just fly to another line, right?
Now they come right back in 10 minutes.
Do you think there's any hope for cleaning things up?
It's because they got free transit. Travelers aid, they're coming in from the United States every day from other states. The border's 8 miles away. So no, it's only going to get worse.
How much of the homeless do you think are immigrants?
I see quite a few.
Really?
Starting to see more and more. You're only 8 miles from the border. I see Chinese. I see every nationality.
Man, have people given you trouble at all when you move them out of here? Do they come after you?
Really, it's respect given is respect earned.
Hey, that's awesome.
So, I'm just out here trying to make it easy on myself now, make my job easy as possible,
Yeah.
Talk to people with respect, told me you get it. Okay, that's how it works.
Is there any way for people to help you guys with what you're doing, citizens, just normal people?
If they wanted to, they could. But the thing of it is, nobody speaks up. Nobody tries to do nothing.
What could they do? Who would they call? Who would they talk to?
Well, they already know the hot tune. 211, 911, 211. Got the homeless outreach, got the hot team. There's so many different options and organizations. But people just, I don't know. People do what they do. So.
I've heard they haven't wanted to go in the shelters because there's too many rules. There's too many. They can't have the freedom.
That's very true. That's very true. There's a lot of drugs out there.
Yeah.
Fentanyl is toward the city. Like every city in the whole world. The world. Go to London. Go to Paris. It's toward with fentanyl. The whole world. And look on YouTube. The whole world is torn up with fentanyl and meth. The whole world.
San Diego's no different,
huh?
huh?
The United States, no, the whole world.
I know, the whole world, but I never did fentanyl in my life.
Where the princess is, in Rome and Paris, is ate up with fentanyl. It's crazy. You can find it right there on YouTube channel, man. Blow your mind.
Jeez.
Blow your mind, man.
It's all coming from over the border, right?
It's coming from the drug cartel. It's not just the drug cartel. It's cartels throughout the world. It's of course it's coming from the border, man.
Is there is there anything that can stop it, or do you think fentanyl will be here forever?
Everybody's worried with it's money. It's called money. It's money, brother.
Man,
They don't want it to stop.
that's
Another thing, pay attention. Half these people live in these condos and stuff, they don't want it to stop. You know why they don't want it to stop? Because their drugs are legal, available. They do drugs. They walk right down to the street to get drugs from street people. They get sex from street girls. A man told me this. He says that's why they don't want them off the street. They want them right where they're at. They bring them up, they clean them up for a couple of days, go up and have sex with them. They get drugs.
have you heard that?
That's what he told me.
I actually believe a guy.
No, that's what he told me. Told me straight up.
Because a lot of these people are perfect. A lot of people. It's a thing because there's so many people, that it's hard to pay attention to just one person, so people get away with a lot of weirdness.
Has anybody offered you that kind of stuff? Like, I'll give you a hotel up here for a few days, that kind of stuff?
Women's
In exchange for, nothing is free, that's for sure. And, the most common thing that they want is, it's they want to do it.
These people,
They don't want to pay very
these
much.
men that are married in these condos up here, where they have girlfriend boys, they see the street girls, they come down here and get them. They take them up there and get them drunk, sex, day, 2 days, clean them up and all this. And then they see the guys out here that do drugs and have drugs. Their drugs are available, their sex is available. They don't want them out of the city. That's why the city ain't gonna get clean, okay?
Wow. So
That's kind of disgusting, don't you think?
Well, it is. Yeah.
So the city's not going to get clean because the people don't want it to be.
Let's say you got a quarter that wants it clean because of property taxes, okay? You got 3/4 say, man, look, my sex is right there, my drugs is right there. Why do I want to get rid of that shit?
Yeah.
You see?
That makes sense.
So I mean, it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation.
Man, oh man, that is nuts. What's up, man? Sorry I didn't introduce. I'm 6'7" Kevin.
Kevin Michael.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Are you friends with Jessica?
Yeah, we just met.
Heck yeah, Jessica's cool.
He was interested in the shoes and the
There was nobody's
bird
shoes.
dogs.
It was a little bit too small.
Oh, really? Those are some fly shoes, huh?
Well, I'm not going to the club tonight. We talking 4-hour shoes. We go to the club about 12 o'clock. I'll turn the clubs over and take them off.
Yeah.
You're done.
Their feet is killing.
Oh, man, I bet. You look fly, though, so you got the get up.
Well, I mean, if you want to know the truth, I'm just speaking the truth, and that came from the cat's mouth. They told me straight up. The residents that live in the condo told me that. He said, "Hell no, I ain't kicking them out." He said, "I got everything I want right down the sidewalk." I said, "We talking about the sex right now, the drugs right now." I said, "No."
Oh.
Wow.
So I'm just saying what I'm saying, you know. So how can you help? How can you help the citizen? You know.
So we have to change the citizens' individual morality for anything to visibly change.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Outlook of people the way they think. Ever since COVID hit, we have never been the same since. You know, we have not been the same.
Yeah, but it almost just like, it seems like a lot of the shit that's going on, regardless, it's just more,
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just do my job, man. That's all. I do the best I can. That's all. I'm trying to be cool with everybody. That's all I do.
Well, thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah, you know, but
It's
that's what they told me. The people living in the condos, they come right. I'm down in these villages. See the condos down there, the young and all that? The people down there, a lot of young people, yuppies and all that. And they told me, say, "Hell no, man, I love the street girls, man. This and that, this and the party, they got the drugs. We got this shit. They don't want them out of here."
man, that is wild.
Yeah, it's straight from the cat's mouth.
Whew. Have a good one.
Have a good one, man. You know, San Diego, America's finest city. I don't think so.
They shot at me once.
What?
They shot at me, yeah.
The cops shot you?
It's crazy because, like, where I'm from, okay, in Colorado, you can't just publish anything out, like, say on the news. It has to be fact checked and everything like that.
Yeah.
I guess they don't do that here. I don't know. But, January 12th, 2018, and then my name, San Diego, my name is San Diego.
We have it on recording, but you said Jessica, and then what's your last name
Turner.
again? Turner, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was getting into some trouble, but it was completely unnecessary, the shooting part. Like, it was crazy.
That's crazy.
They said I was trying to run a cop over, and it's funny because all of their body
Oh,
worn
shit.
footage
That is real.
from them from me not running them over. Okay, there was like 6 cops there, so all of them had body worn footage, right? So tell me how all of their body worn footage for about 15 seconds showing me not trying to run them over disappeared, you know?
Yeah.
And then they ended up dropping all of my charges down to obstruction of justice from attempted murder of the cop.
They had an attempted murder charge on you?
Yeah.
Dang, man.
And how does that just go from that to obstruction of justice? Like,
It's pretty badass.
8 shots and they missed. Like, what in the fuck? And I seen all the pictures, the bullet holes were all on the dashboard. So,
Dang.
Yeah, this is wild. I see the story here.
Yeah. But I mean, there was this one news video that said they found a squad car with bullet holes in it, and they were like blaming me for it. Well, the motherfucker didn't even
they
get
tried
out
to
of
put it
his
on you?
car. Yeah.
Wow.
The motherfucker didn't get out of his car and shot through his own windshield at me.
What?
And so then they turned around and tried to put it on the news that I did that. So it was crazy.
Well, you are an attempted murderer, so.
I mean, that part didn't suck as bad as, you know, missing all those bullets or whatever. That was easy, but then they came in.
Jessica Turner.
Yes. Then they ran up on me and smashed my face on the curb. The one cop did. It was like the prominent part of the curb. Smashed my face on it he picked me up like 4 feet off the ground. And bam.
Dang.
My face was black for like months.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
Dang.
It was crazy.
The new terrorist in San Diego is the San Diego police. I believe it.
Why do you call them the new terrorists, the San Diego police?
Because I mean, they're a gain in itself. I mean, for them to focus on the homeless, like this scenario right here, San Diego public safety. I see no safety violation, but yet he's focusing on someone that's homeless. That's obvious, but you want to sit here and talk about the stuff that's on the sidewalk. I mean, there's so many scenarios where you see the police harass individuals being homeless, like if that's a crime, you know.
There might be some San Diego police that see this video. What would you want to tell them?
Everybody, put yourself in,
don't shoot.
Yeah, really, don't shoot.
Shit.
Put yourself in people's shoes and be sympathetic for what people are going through, because you never know what they went through until you walked in their shoes. Everybody ain't out here doing crime. Everybody out here is not doing drugs or robbing people. I mean, they're the real criminals. But it's situation why people is out here. You lose your job, you're a step from homeless.
We were talking to Jessica and we talked to some other people. It seems like the cops in the city here are more concerned with like the facade of the city rather than the people on the street. Is that true?
Obvious, yeah, of course. I mean, San Diego, America's finest city. I don't think it is. I mean, when you start putting boulders to deter people from laying under a bridge when it's raining, I mean, obvious there's no sympathy for those that's going through problems.
What do you think of those big shelters? Because they would claim those tents are the sympathy. Why do people not want to go there? What do you think of them?
It reminds me of the show MASH years ago.
Oh, MASH, the military show?
The military show, yeah. Years ago. But
it's like a boot camp sort of.
Boot camp, really. You know, or a concentration camp. You know, you keep track of your movement. And
oh man.
what you're doing. You know,
I'll tell you honest, there I'd do anything I could to escape.
Yeah, really.
Right? I'm not a cat, so I'm not gonna go. You know what I mean? It's like going to the Humane Society.
I was a chief cook in the Marines for 10 years at Camp Pendleton feeding 2,500 Marines Monday to Friday. So you know, I just got a job at the Watkins Bell Bond doing gravel and demolition. So
how's that going? Pretty good.
It's going pretty good.
Nice.
It's going pretty good.
Do you have some San Diego pride? What did you say is great about the city?
The weather.
The weather, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why that made me laugh, bro.
It was the hard period.
Yeah, it was the hard period. Sorry, that made me laugh.
Natural. I mean,
Yeah,
you
good
can't-
weather. That's good.
the weather's there all on its own. Yeah.
What's the bad
shit.
thing about San Diego?
The city itself.
Oh man.
That's funny as heck.
Mhm.
I love it. I love it.
San Diego. I love San Diego.
It is beautiful here. Some of the people seem to be really nice. Like some individual people seem to be really cool. Like you were talking about Jessica, yeah. But
And I like it. It's kind of fun being out here, honestly. It's probably more exciting than, you know, being up there waiting to solicit the people. I guess.
yeah, makes
For
sense.
sex. You missed that part.
The only
You missed
thing
that part.
in San Diego is more prayer, more churches, I guess.
Why do you say prayer?
But you have to have you have to have a relationship with a higher power of minds as Christ, and just the moral aspect of that, humanity aspect for your fellow beings. And once you take the religion part out the picture, there's no more morals. You like wild dogs out here, and it's so demonic. There's evidence out here. You know, no sense of morals, pride, humanity.
Do you think that's a big part of it? Do you think people don't have that connection to the higher power, and that's
Oh, yeah.
okay?
Religion plays a lot of part. I think if you have that relationship,
It's
you
not.
know.
What are they replacing that connection with? Instead of religion, what's filling that?
Well, the demonic
Instead of God,
spirits.
yeah, it's the opposite of God.
Demonic, like you have spirits of characters, what they take a hold of.
You see some crazy shit out here. I ain't gonna lie.
Crazy shit.
Like demonic stuff? What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How so?
But I remember one time I was riding my bike going to Old Town. That was during the period when they had a lot of rain, and I'm on this dark street, and I'm riding this bike, and all of a sudden this person pops out the high weeds and it's had chicken feathers still materializing, to the ground, and it's like I speeded up. He said, "Hey, you got some mouth?" And at that time, honestly, I did. He said, "Fuck yeah!" Then when I went back, I said, "Man, what is this get-up?" He had chicken feathers paste or glued to his body. I said, "Man, is this part of some fraternity, or man, why are you out here?" He said, "I'm just out here." And as I said that, I still had little chicken feathers, as if he shot a chicken with a shotgun.
Oh my God.
One of those guys. So I mean, his face it was just a weird time, but he gave me $80 when I did that.
That must have been the wildest encounter with that guy. That's crazy.
Get that.
Yeah. That's wild.
That just popped out.
That's super wild to run into.
Yeah, so you run into some weird stuff out here.
Have you had any weird stories, Jessica? Any dark stories?
I don't know. It's just I see this shit every day. It's like, I don't know. I remember one time I was driving and I was at a stoplight, and I looked over and there's this guy who looked like The Walking Dead, and he like walked up to this trash can and he's throwing up in the trash can, and then he started pulling it and eating the throw up back out of the trash can. And I was like, "Please turn green, please turn green." And like, it was
That's
fucking
nasty.
crazy.
Oh man.
Disgusting to me.
Hurry up! You should have ran the light.
Man.
There's all kinds of fucked up shit that goes on.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed that about San Diego.
Bottoms are real bad. This girl that we know got murdered recently, and it was fucked.
What?
That's when it's monster.
Yeah.
I mean, here it is. She murdered the girl, and his name is Monster, and he actually was a monster as a person.
What?
Mind and spirit.
Yeah, I don't know. This
That's
girl,
wild. What happened? That's
She
crazy.
had her head bashed in and then set on fire, and so I guess it was around near where everyone camped. So the fire department and police showed up, thinking it was a brush fire, and then apparently like she was still alive when
Oh my
she got,
gosh.
for a minute. So, but it was fucked up. To people that we know, like I know these people, and you can't say. There's a lot of speculation about what happened, but it's kind of pretty obvious for most people what happened. Nobody can say 100% they know who did it, but everyone has a very good idea who did it, and it's creepy because it's like that's not a lot of the shit like that happens though. It goes unreported. It's if it doesn't get the attention of everyone all at once, then they kind of try to keep it that way.
I'm really sorry to hear about your friend. That's horrible. That's like really, really horrible. Why do you think things go unreported here? Like, how does that happen?
Well, people don't trust the police, or you got the stigma of being called a snitch.
That part, people don't report the stuff themselves, or like the police, I've lived other places too where it's like that, where they find bodies and it's like homeless people generally. It's like people, if they don't notice that they're missing or there's not a big, to do about it, they're gonna. I don't want to say they're like avoiding work or anything like that. I bet you they're trying to, keep it from looking as fucked up as it really is, because you can't just be finding that, like 20, 30, 40 bodies in less than a year in certain areas.
Do you think the police are underreporting the amount of homeless people that are maybe getting like killed or like attacked out here, or?
Well, probably.
I mean, if that person doesn't have family to speak up for them, well, a lot of people might not have families, so there's no aftermath of the investigation or people crying out, for their loved ones to find who did it. So when you don't have that aspect, you find people that they might be, they're they're not with people or they're not with my family. So
it's back of the file cabinet.
yeah, they put less man hours in it, I believe. Unless somebody in La Jolla come up dead, you hear about that for a whole week.
Dang.
Did defund the police go strong here in San Diego?
Hmm?
Did they defund a lot of the police here?
I can't say if I know if they defund me, but I know a lot of police is leaving San Diego Police Department, going to other departments. So
Like at the jail, because I think to be at the sheriff's, you have to work at the jail for like a certain amount of time before you can go out and work on the street or whatever. But they'll all say they were basically like persuaded into working there, like it was gonna be a really great idea, and then they all got stuck there, having to work way more than they wanted to, and it's like they're trapped in that position, you know.
Where do the homeless people take shits out here? Because we were in San Francisco, they've got a whole cleaning crew.
Yeah, they like closed all the public restrooms in San Francisco. So people have to like shit on the street there because there's nowhere to go.
well, I mean, here, if you take a trip here, you got to also put in your scheduling. Where are the bathrooms?
Exactly.
You know, you don't want to come to San Diego without knowing where the bathrooms are. You got a 24-hour bathroom right there by the Civic Center. That's always open.
Beaches are cool because there's always bathrooms by the beaches. But out here they've got like every so often there'll be a porta potty set up, and a lot of times they're locked like in the night. But there's certain spots like up right around here by the post office. There's a little porta potty area. There used to be more, but they closed a lot of them for whatever reason.
That's weird. Yeah, it seems like why would they want to close those? That's strange.
I feel like to go to the bathroom, it's like you can't choose whether or not or when you need to go to the restroom. It's like
Right.
a necessity. And so at any given place, the people, like the establishments that are there should definitely have to allow people to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, what do you got people having to shit in the street? Like you said, that's disgusting for everyone. Nobody wants to do that in the first place.
Are the stores here going out of their way to sort of not let people do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're totally rude about it too. They're just, and like I said, it's not, people need to use the restroom, need to use the restroom. And I think that establishments should, in the first place, have to pay some sort of dues just for being posted up in a residential area or a place where if they weren't there, it wouldn't matter if the people would still be there, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like they owe to the community, I feel like. If they're going to set up shop there, they should have to give back to the community, and the least they could do is allow people to use the restroom. If circumstantially they're there, they have to be in that area. Why can't they use the restroom? And I don't give a shit what they say about, people mess up the restrooms and this and that. It's like, that's part of, I don't know, life that they've got to figure out a way to deal with or whatever. But I know that when you disrespect people, they tend to like build resentments and stuff like that, and they might be more likely to be destructive,
Yeah.
And otherwise, I think people would be a lot less destructive if they were given more respect and dignity and just basic human fucking rights. I mean,
Yeah, they like, okay, Mr. Deli Shop, take this shit and you clean it up. They have,
nobody wants to talk about that.
it's grading.
I mean, that's like the coldest thing someone can do is like, that's like someone, people should have at least the basic decency to let people go to the bathroom,
Yeah, it's really, like you said, it's degrading to have to go to the bathroom in public. Like anything that you do privately, imagine having to do it in public. And then that on top of it, and it's like there's no good way to deal with it either. Like, what are you supposed to do? And there's been times my first night downtown in San Diego, I put my jacket down on the sidewalk and sat down and realized after like 30 seconds that I was sitting in shit. It was so fucking
Damn.
It was so fucking
Damn.
But it's like, that's kind of an indication of, something wrong.
Yeah, I gotta do something about that. Yeah.
So how, you said you've been in San Francisco. I used to live up there, up north, Moffett Field, Melquitas. So how is it out there? As bad as down here?
San Francisco doesn't have those like camps that you guys have here. That doesn't exist in San Francisco. Like they don't have like, you know how you guys have that FEMA like style camp at the military base? They don't have that here. They don't have that in.
So it's basically just more.
It's just out on the street in downtown, but it's all the same problems except that San Diego's sweeping it under the rug more.
Yeah. You guys
That's what I noticed.
You guys seen San Diego last year?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it last year.
Crazy out here. And there's a lot more people out. You know, a lot of them are in the tent cities or whatever, and like, and they're getting housing. And I don't know, it might take a few months or whatever, but no one really knows how that's going to pan out either. Because like I heard, after a couple of years, they kick you out of the housing that they put you into. So I don't know if that's true. I don't know what the deal is, but
San Francisco has more open drug use too, I'd say. There's a lot of people shooting up like in the middle of downtown, like needles, a lot of that kind of stuff.
yeah, there used to be more of that, but fentanyl actually, it's like when people look at the bright side of fentanyl, the bright side of fentanyl is that there's less shooting up.
Yeah, like people don't have, they do, some people do shoot up fentanyl, but it's not like, not everybody does that.
And I'd say that's kind of true, like, because there was, if you look back a few years ago, there was a lot more of that open drug use and a needle using, you know, IV drug use and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of scary to see, you know, if you're just walking out. If that's not something that you are used to, and who gets used to something like that, right? But it's kind of fucked up thing to have to see. But still, you do see like foil everywhere and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of foils on the streets here. We noticed for sure.
So what do you guys do? Go to city to city and
We're trying to, because every city's a little different with how they handle homelessness, how the homeless people feel about how they handle homelessness, and you know, I guess we're trying to get answers from the homeless people, because I feel like politicians, they aren't actually asking homeless people what's going on, and that's part of the problem. There's a disconnect, right, between the government and the people, and so they just keep, yeah, that's our channel, check it out. But they just keep you know, superimposing their beliefs on people, and not actually like, there's no city officials coming up to you guys and asking you guys what you think the problem is there?
Right.
Yeah, there probably should be though, huh?
you would
I
think.
mean, that's common sense though too, and it doesn't really have anything to do with anybody's preference of, you know what I mean. I think respect is just a matter of consideration.
Absolutely, but they obviously don't have enough respect to ask you guys how you feel about things. But
And really, that just kind of that makes it more fucked up for them in the end. If they don't realize that, then that's idiotic.
Official knows what's going on. We got the sex trade, all that, unmoral acts. Officials is getting paid under the table. You got the blue room and all these other perverted type acts that's going on.
government's doing some weird, like, perverted stuff.
They part of it, yeah.
Okay.
Can you say, I wasn't recording yet, that San Diego's almost
Perverted city in the United States. Of course, you're close to the border, so you got that, you know, sex trade going on.
Yeah, like international sex trafficking.
And you got the stuff that's going on here. You hear about these blue rooms, and officials they know about it.
Yeah, a lot of people are using the fentanyl thing to a lot of females are getting like raped or molested in their sleep or while they're unconscious.
Right.
And people purposefully carry fentanyl with them so that they can cause someone to be unconscious. So that
Oh
they
my
can do that.
Wow, that's like next level fucked up. Damn.
Yeah.
So-
The-
and it's like becoming acceptable to some degree, you know, like, well, the fact that nobody does anything about it makes it acceptable, right? But so many people really participate in that, and it's fucking creepy.
Aren't the law enforcement doing that shit? Like, are they getting involved in that?
You would
There's
think.
always that element. Like, there's gonna be people in every you know, in every little group that's takes part in shit like that.
Yeah. Damn, that's next level.
That's why I was saying how demanding it is. You got people like me I have all sisters, 5 of them, and there have been times where I had gotten in fights protecting a woman, period. You know, it's not right. And we have, I don't see if you got their ass kicked for a woman that's asleep and you got this weirdo rubbing on her. But groups that protect the women are smaller and smaller, where you got these other groups that it's okay. You know, so that's why I say it's so demonic and they don't have a spiritual relationship or just morals about themselves, that shit cannot go down.
Yeah, there's a spiritual void in these people, man. It's messed up.
They're losing their souls. You're fighting for your souls out here.
Exactly, because if you don't feel any which way about it, there's going to be persuasion for sure. And, you know, it would suck to just be like standing there waiting for something to move you, you know what I mean?
Man, yeah.
Do you want one of these?
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
You know,
Appreciate it.
if you don't have no love for yourself, damn sure you're not gonna have love for the next person or anything that's going on. You know, because you're I call them walking zombies. You know, they're dead. You know, if you ever, I tell people, you ever see me talking to this wall or this pole for about an hour, call my sisters, God damn it, call somebody.
Yeah, no,
I'm in trouble.
I read that schizophrenia is the world's largest epidemic. And it's crazy because it's caused by like a lack of a vitamin that the mom isn't getting when she's pregnant. So after that certain point, it's like there's no taking it back. So it's like at any given time, a person can start showing signs or it can trigger in them, and it's like there's so much of it going on. And then like they've got the people out here, the J cats or whatever, the crazy people, and I think a lot of it has to do with malnutrition and dehydration.
Really?
Big time. Because I've experienced that myself. I've J catted out a few times, and it's definitely a matter of dehydration. It's a trip.
You walk around, I know you have seen plenty of people talking to themselves or, you know, beyond the normal point. You can talk to yourself, God damn it, Mike, I know better than that. That's one thing. But when you carry a conversation for the whole day, talking to nobody but yourself, there's a problem. So you have a lot of mental sickness out here.
A lot, and I've lived a lot of places. I've never seen anything like out here. It's a trip. And like when you go to jail, oh my gosh.
Is there a lot of schizophrenic people in jail?
A lot. Oh,
wow.
Yeah. A lot.
I mean, what can you do with them? It's like I feel so bad for them because, they've got nobody to care for them, and they can't care for themselves. So they're basically just being shuffled around and then, deposited back out onto the streets or placed somewhere where, they're not really truly being cared for. They're just being placed. So it's
It seems like it'd be dangerous for them and everybody and everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're in the shadows, but then there's a lot that's out. There's more that's out the shadows, and what is crazy to one person is not crazy to the next person, because he's having these full conversations, and you think about the Nobel Peace Prize winner. You've seen that movie, Beautiful Minds, based on a true story. He had 4 of them that he carried on with himself. Even at the end of that movie, based on a true story, they interview him. He said, "Do you still see the people?" When he looks, he said, "Yeah, they're right there." But somehow the medicine helped him dealt with the problem.
Wow.
You have a lot of mental issues out here where they don't have the medicine.
Yeah, nicotine actually cures bouts of delirium in schizophrenic people.
Didn't know that.
You
Interesting.
ever see that movie?
Oh, Beautiful Mind? Yeah, I've seen that.
Good movie.
It's a great movie.
I haven't. I need
Watch it.
That movie's great.
Great movie.
But you're right about that, man. I mean, every single city we've been to, and I don't know, we haven't seen much of it in San Diego, but I'll take your guys' word for it that like.
It's probably because whatever they're implementing recently. And you know what? That's a really good question. I don't know where those people are going, honestly.
I wonder if a lot of them are in that camp.
And
Well, all of them can't be in that
they
camp.
can't be. That's the thing. that's
Not
kind of
all of
fucking.
them.
Dude, I just thought about that. That's kind of fucked up.
You think they're all in jail?
No, they can't be in jail as if.
Oh my god,
No.
that's creepy, huh?
And
Yeah.
Texas, you ain't gonna put no tent. In Dallas, you ain't gonna pitch no tent. You don't get a ride somewhere. You know, so I don't know. They voted them out. You hear about these cities sending their homeless to other cities,
still
giving
a
them a
lot of
bus
them out
ride.
there, but-
Get off the bus, go. It goes to a bologna sandwich and here's some money.
People
Go.
projectile shitting it behind the bus stop. It's like fucking crazy. It's fucking-
Yeah, we heard Texas doing that actually specifically. Like
Yeah,
they're
Texas.
sending them. Yeah.
That's where my mom and dad is from, in Dallas, and I've been there. You do not see the homeless, not downtown Dallas.
They busted into a lot of them in California, I think, but I don't know.
That's what Phoenix used to do like 10 years ago. They busted right over here to
Mm-hmm.
LA, San Diego.
Yeah, LA, yeah. You hear about that? They still doing it. I mean, they still bust people out there sick.
Dang.
Yeah, there's a program that they will send you back to wherever you came from or whatever. But it's crazy because you have to have all these like credentials and stuff that normally people in that situation don't have. So
That's wild stuff.
there's yeah. There's
I mean, if you don't hit the lottery or you just born, your family got money, I mean, it's gonna be hard. So the best way to get a place of your own is to go these resources and go to a program that got housing attached to it. You may have to sit for 6 months, but there's ways that you can get a place.
Yeah, there's ways, but it's like
What would you recommend
Awesome.
to young guys today?
I mean, there's jobs out there, but if to afford to live in San Diego, it takes 2 incomes for one thing. If you don't have that, go to a resource. The resource to get you Section 8, something like that, or a voucher that where you can afford to live, stay pay the rent. Unfortunately, I was just by the stadium in Jasmine. My rent was paid for a year, which supposedly was going to add another year from there, Section 8. Of course, the money ran out, and my time is up in about a week.
Dang.
But,
I sure we got a shot of that, but okay.
What, me ashing the cigarette?
That was cool.
you guys might get a peace prize, a peace prize, and some type of
Oh,
award
I
for
don't
the
give a fuck
effort.
about that.
Yeah, no, fuck all that shit.
You know,
I don't want
So
any-
They're not giving it to us anyway if we're telling the truth.
you guys better watch out.
Yeah, that's more like what we gotta do. We gotta watch out.
Yeah.
But creepy scientists.
Scientists are creepy generally. But what are they doing? I don't know. No.
My grandma told me to become a scientist.
Really? Cause you. That's fucking awesome.
Creeper than he already is, isn't that? Wouldn't that be crazy? No, I'm kidding.
I wonder why my grandma wanted me to be a tennis player. I wonder.
She wanted you to be a tennis player?
She wanted. I should say, Jesse, you should be a tennis player. And I guess her sister was a tennis player. Yeah, Billy, if you see this, 719-999-6943. Yeah, Billy, hit me up.
Is that your phone?
Huh? Yeah,
that
that's
your-
my
okay.
phone.
Or do
It's
you want us
actually
to?
a
Do you want us to
text
actually
number.
leave that in, or do you want us to not leave that in?
I'd be curious to see what happens if you left it in there.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Honestly, I mean, it's a text now number, so I can just change it.
All right.
I'm not gonna meet up with anybody saying they're Aunt Billy, by the way.
Yeah, people just saying like, "Oh, I'm at Billy." Yeah. Are there a lot of creeps like on the streets here?
Oh yeah, or let's yeah, I'm probably one of them, but it's all a matter of perspective, But when I was over there,
Hey, how's it going, man? She's asking for directions. Do you have some?
like a really bad camel situation going on. I had to tell
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'll be here.
Yeah, we got her.